Guile Advance 2, while a pain in the rear, will teach you a lot about charge characters and mechanics if you really think about it. But you won't have to think about it, because if you stick around, you'll learn a lot from this in-depth guide on this deceptively easy looking combo. Comment down below on what you think is the hardest combo challenge in Street Fighter 6. Part 0, Glossary, because we're gonna need one. Frame. TVs and monitors display the game in a very fast photo slideshow known as frames. Since Street Fighter 6 is a 60 frame per second game, or 60 FPS, each frame lasts for 1/60th of a second, or 16.66 repeating, or to round up, 16.667 milliseconds. This is represented as the number you see on the input display next to your input. Same frame, or at the same time. Buffer. There is a window of opportunity to ensure the new move will still come out when input during the previous move. Charge. To hold a specific direction for a duration of time. In Street Fighter 6, this is 45 frames or 3/4 of a second or 750 milliseconds. Plink or plinking. Rapidly press two different or same buttons rapidly in succession, one to few frames apart. Blink. To perform two moves in succession without any idle frames in between to ensure the two moves will result in a combo. For example, crouching light punch into standing light kick. Target combo. To perform two or more moves in succession that could be buffered without the need for tight timing like linked moves. For example, crouching medium punch into crouching medium punch. Sonic Boom. Charge back, then press forward and punch at the same time. Perfect Sonic Boom. Charge back, then press forward and punch at the same time within a 1 to 2 frame window. Somersault kick. Charge down, then press up and kick at the same time. Flash kick. Charge down and press up and kick at the same time within a 1 to 2 frame window. And finally, on this slide, a few abbreviations I'll be using throughout the video. For more information regarding Street Fighter notation, you can always use your trusty Google. Now let's break down the Advance 2 combo into individual chunks. Thankfully, this combo can be broken up and then linked together if you know how. But if you did, you wouldn't be watching this guide, now would you? Part 1. Jumping hard kick into standing medium punch into perfect Sonic Boom. If you miss the perfect Sonic Boom and perform a normal Sonic Boom instead, what will happen is the opponent will recover 1 frame faster. As you can see, the bottom yellow bar states 35 frames of recovery. And after performing a normal one, it is now 34 frames of recovery, so you've lost 1 frame advantage. This is important because to get the crouching light punch to connect after Sonic Boom, you must have that 1 frame. The second part to this is the standing medium punch. This is deceptive because to perform Sonic Boom after standing medium punch, you must be charging during standing medium punch. And to keep this whole overall 3-hit combo simple, just hold back the entire time while you're jumping during standing medium punch and then into perfect Sonic Boom. You're allowed to hold back on standing medium punch because there is no unique move tied to back medium punch. This is an important concept to understand, especially later in this same combo. So what you want to do is jump forward, immediately hold back, perform hard kick, perform standing medium punch by holding back, and then go into perfect Sonic Boom, like so. Once you get this down, you want to go ahead and add the light punch afterwards, but let's keep this simple. We're trying to build a combo layered cake here. Part 2, perfect Sonic into crouching light punch. On the same frame you were able to recover from perfect Sonic Boom, you must throw out the crouching light punch or Ryu will block. You could try matching this at first to see what it looks like, but I wouldn't recommend that since the idea here is to do it smoothly and on time. Remember that sloppy inputs leads to losses. To practice this, concentrate on getting the perfect Sonic Boom and the time required to wait before pressing crouching light punch to link the two moves together. Once you get this down, combine all previous moves to create a 4-hit combo. The idea of this type of link is prominent in all fighting games, so you might as well get used to it. Part 3. Crouching light punch into standing light kick. Much like part 2, crouching light punch into standing light kick is another link. The frame you're able to recover on crouching light punch, that's when you must do standing light kick. Otherwise, Ryu will block. Practice this in the same manner as in part 2. You take this one step further once you're comfortable. Add the standing light kick to the 4-hit combo as prior to make it into a 5-hit combo. Part 4, Sonic Boom into Flash Kick. Much like perfect Sonic Boom, there is also a perfect somersault kick, traditionally known as Flash Kick. Same concept applies, you press up and kick on the same frame. In this part, you must be able to link medium Sonic Boom into hard Flash Kick. And to comment on the difference between somersault kick and Flash Kick, the only difference I could find is the difference in damage. Hard flash kick does 1400 damage, whereas hard somersault kick deals 1200 damage. And that is across the range for medium and light. It is always a 200 damage reduction. Medium sonic boom into hard flash kick is very deceptive, and there's two reasons why. Immediately after the sonic boom, you must immediately start charging for the flash kick. Holding down back to charge both sonic boom and flash kick will not work, because when you need to perform sonic boom, you have to press forward and punch at the same time, and therefore you will lose the down charge needed for the flash kick. Therefore, this is an entire fluid motion, going from charging back to forward and punch to down forward and then up and kick. As you can see in the input display, you can see that I am very slightly off here. You can see that after sonic boom was performed with forward and medium punch, I immediately started to charge on down forward for 4 frames, let go of medium punch, then held down forward for an additional 42 frames for a total of 46 frames. So I was just off by 1 frame. And then started moving the stick up to go ahead and do the flash kick. I stayed down forward instead of down because it is easier to start to charge faster if you go from forward to down forward. Or at least for me it is. If it is easier for you to just go straight to down, that's perfectly fine, just as long as you have a down input to start the charge. There is also a universal preference to bring it back to down back, so this way you are blocking in case you miss or you mistime something. The second reason why this is deceptive is because you also need proper spacing for the two to connect. This works because sonic boom will travel as you recover before it hits Ryu. So with the proper spacing and with good timing, you should be able to link sonic boom and flash kick together. Now you could practice hitting the 2-hit combo all you want, but it's going to take a bit more time because you're going to have to set up the proper spacing every single time. As long as you get used to flash kicking the moment that you're able to after you recover from sonic boom, you're good even if Ryu blocks it. Just ensure that you are charging as fast as possible and you begin the flash kick motion as soon as you feel that you've charged just enough. We're talking about single frames here. However, practicing this as a standalone combo will make you deadlier, so dealer's choice. Remember, a charge takes 45 frames to complete, so you can take a look at your input log so you can gauge whether or not you are too slow or too fast on the flash kick. The closer you are to 45 frames, the better. You don't want to waste any time here. So in that case, I was 2 frames too slow, which ain't too bad. Part 5. Why this combo is ridiculous. The previous parts of this video gives you the fundamental understanding as to why this entire combo is ridiculous, why Advance 2 is so difficult. So what you're going to do in this part is crouching light punch into standing light kick, into medium sonic boom, into flash kick. And we're going to do medium sonic boom into hard flash kick, just like what the advanced combo requires. Now, when you do this combo, if the flash kick doesn't connect, if Ryu blocks it, that's completely fine because more than likely it's one or two things. It's either timing or spacing, but more than likely it is probably spacing. The nice thing about Advance 2 is that you don't have to worry about spacing too much, because if you do the jump in hard kick, if you jump all the way in, it's still going to give you the proper spacing for everything else. Same thing with the flash kick. Eventually, when you do all the moves, it will push Guile back to the perfect position where he needs to be. So don't worry too much about the spacing. Don't worry about too much about flash kick not connecting in this particular part. Just try and land the first 3 hits and get the flash kick out as soon as you possibly can. So as with the rest of the combo, this input sequence is very deceptive, but 10 times more so. And by now you should realize why. The charging, buffering, and the fact that back light kick exists as a unique move makes the sonic boom portion extremely difficult. When you do back light kick, that happens. So you can't hold back to do sonic boom, otherwise you're not going to get the standing light kick. And because sonic boom and flash kick are required, your inputs actually turn into this sequence. You're going to do down back light punch, which doesn't uniquely exist because this is just crouching light punch. This will start the charge needed for sonic boom. You're going to do forward light kick, which doesn't uniquely exist because it is just standing light kick. Into Sonic Boom. Now I'm not gonna be able to do it here because I'm holding it, but you're gonna go Sonic Boom, assume that's Sonic Boom, and immediately into down forward just like in part 4. And then hard flash kick. This whole thing becomes an entire fluid motion. So a question you should ask yourself is, wait a minute, why wouldn't I lose the Sonic Boom because I'm holding forward for light kick? That's not necessarily true because of buffering. There is a buffer before you lose charge. So to effectively make this sequence work, you must plink light kick into medium punch when you hit the forward part of the motion. So this is what it should look like. Notice I didn't include the crouching light punch. So if you are struggling to do the light kick into Sonic Boom, you could just start from down back and just remove the crouching light punch and then add the crouching light punch later. The nice thing is that you don't need perfect Sonic Boom. Now another question you may ask is, well, if the 3 moves are difficult, the crouching light punch into light kick into Sonic Boom, why add the flash kick at the end? And the reason for that is because of the fact that you immediately need to go into down forward. So it's better to start getting used to it now than being comfortable with just holding forward. All in all, it should look like this. If you are super close to Ryu, you should expect everything to connect except for the flash kick. Part 6. It's about time to put it together. Let's do this. You now have all the parts necessary to make this combo challenge successful. For me personally, it took about 2 hours total to get through it. And I see the combo challenge in 3 mental sequences when you put it all together. Sequence 1 is the jumping hard kick to standing medium punch to perfect Sonic Boom. Sequence 2 is the crouching light punch into standing light kick into the normal Sonic Boom, which if you make it perfect Sonic Boom, it actually makes it a little bit easier. And then the third sequence is the flash kick at the very end. The reason why I see it as 3 different sequences, even though the training before this was broken up into different ways, is because when you put it all together, the timing of everything feels like it's broken into 3 steps in a way. The transition from perfect Sonic Boom to light punch was something that was difficult for me to get used to, and then immediately slowing down my inputs to get ready for the standing light kick. And then of course, trying not to rush the flash kick at the end to just get the combo challenge over with. So here are some key things to watch out for that I've noticed. One is be very deliberate in your motion for the perfect Sonic Boom. It is very easy to press down back early for the crouching light punch and completely miss the perfect Sonic Boom, and you just get a normal one instead. Number 2 is the crouching light punch after the Sonic Boom. It is a lot faster than you think it is. And then number 3 is immediately after the crouching light punch, the standing light kick is a lot slower than you probably think it is. Or the delay between crouching light punch and standing light kick is a bit longer than what you think it is. So get used to throwing out a late standing light kick, because for me it was easier to tighten up a late light kick than missing the light kick completely and going straight into Sonic Boom because I was a little bit too fast. Number 4 is getting the down forward input in as soon as you possibly can immediately after the Sonic Boom. You should probably spend a lot of time on that because that is going to be your hand motion and it's gonna take some time. And then number 5, it is very easy to rush the flash kick at the end because I'm sure you just want to be done and over with the combo challenge, but you need to charge, you need to wait. For me, just thinking I'm ready to do flash kick, just waiting just a hair longer gave me the success I needed to complete it. And then the 6th and final tip, which is my personal favorite, is treat it like a rhythm game if you're into that kind of thing. And so if you're successful, it should look something like this. I'll go ahead and post the TikTok clip here. Good luck, and I hope this helps. This combo is way harder than it looks. No! 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 No, dude! No, dude, no, 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 I didn't hold it long enough. No, dude, it's so close. Yes!